स्पिरिचुअल डॉक्टर्स फॉर होलिस्टिक हेल्थ के सभी व्यूअर्स, सभी दर्शकों को डॉक्टर रंजन का नमस्कार। हर संडे हम आपके लिए लेकर आते हैं होलिस्टिक हेल्थ से रिलेटेड किसी एक्सपर्ट के शेयरिंग को, के टॉक एंड इंटरव्यू को। पिछले संडे हमने पतंजलि योग दर्शन पर सुना था। आज हम माइंडफुलनेस, टेस्ट ऑफ माइंडफुलनेस पर सुनने वाले हैं यूएसए से किम लारू को। डॉक्टर संदीप।
नमस्कार दोस्तों, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। नियर अबाउट इट्स 8 months हम लोग सभी लोग जुड़े हुए हैं और स्पिरिचुअल डॉक्टर फॉर होलिस्टिक हेल्थ में हम हर संडे आपसे 11 बजे मिलते हैं। और आपने जितना प्यार दिया है, जितना आशीर्वाद इस एफर्ट को दिया है, उसके लिए मैं, डॉक्टर सौरभ और हमारी पूरी टीम आपको बहुत धन्यवाद करती है। हम लोग हर संडे जूम के ऊपर और फेसबुक के ऊपर लाइव होते हैं और 1-2 दिन के बाद जो हमारा यूट्यूब चैनल है स्पिरिचुअल डॉक्टर फॉर होलिस्टिक हेल्थ, उस पे हम जो वीडियो होता है उसको एडिट करके उसको अपलोड कर देते हैं। और खुशखबरी ये है, हमने इस 8 महीने में अपने जो जो सर्कल है उसको 1000 कर लिया, जो कि एक अपने अपने माइलस्टोन है और होप हम और बहुत आगे जाएंगे। तो आज हमारे साथ में जो स्पीकर जुड़ने वाली हैं उनका नाम है किम लारोए। शी इज माइंडफुलनेस बेस्ड स्ट्रेस रिडक्शन टीचर, और उनकी बहुत सारी और भी उन्होंने विधियों को अपनाया हुआ है, जैसे कि तंत्रा और बहुत सारी ऐसी विधियों के ऊपर वो काम करती हैं। आज हम उनसे माइंडफुलनेस के बारे में, जिन लोगों को पता नहीं है माइंडफुलनेस होता क्या है, माइंडफुलनेस का मतलब क्या है, और ये वर्ड बड़ा आजकल के जैसे फैशन में है। हर एक बोलता है बी माइंडफुल, माइंडफुलनेस, ईट माइंडफुली तो यू कैन लूज योर वेट, वॉक माइंडफुली, स्लीप माइंडफुली। बट ये माइंडफुलनेस होती क्या है, इसके पीछे क्या साइंस है और कैसे इसने काम करना शुरू किया और कितनी ये पुरानी है, और आज की साइंस और हम प्रैक्टिकल जो मेडिकल फील्ड है उसमें इसको कैसे यूज करते हैं, उसके बारे में हमें आज किम बताएंगे। और माइंडफुलनेस, डॉक्टर सौरभ, रंजन का, मैं तो ये मानता हूँ हर पल पल में जीने को माइंडफुलनेस कहते हैं। हर पल को एंजॉय करने के लिए, हर पल में प्रेजेंट होने के लिए, उसको चाहे वो सुख हो, चाहे वो दुख हो, चाहे वो अप हो, चाहे वो डाउन हो, getting present and enjoying and experiencing that thing, not enjoying but experience that thing is mindfulness। हम जिस पल पल, ये मोमेंट, जैसे ये मोमेंट है, ये पास्ट हो गया, ये मोमेंट पास्ट हो गया, ऐसे ही मोमेंट जीने को कहते हैं। हम जिस मोमेंट में हैं और वो निकल गया, वो पास्ट हो गया, और इस प्रेजेंट में जीने को हम mindfulness कह सकते हैं। डॉक्टर रंजन।
यस, माइंडफुलनेस न्यू एज में बजवर्ड है और लोग इसको बहुत एक्सप्लोर कर रहे हैं। और मैं साइंटिस्ट की दृष्टि से माइंडफुलनेस के क्लिनिकल इफेक्ट पर ज़्यादा जाता हूं। और अभी तक जो माइंडफुलनेस पे थोड़े बहुत रिसर्च हुए हैं वो प्रॉमिसिंग है, खासकर डॉक्टर जॉन कॉबर्ट जीन के सुपरविजन में जो हुआ है। ये इसके हेल्थ बेनिफिट्स, क्लिनिकल बेनिफिट्स भी बहुत सारे हैं। हम जो तनाव में जी रहे हैं, और उस तनाव, लगभग हर एक बीमारियों का कनेक्शन माइंड से जोड़ा गया है। ऑलमोस्ट ऑल डिजीज आर साइकोसोमेटिक। तो अगर हम साइको यानी कि माइंड से स्ट्रेस को एलिमिनेट कर सकें तो हमारी सोमा यानी कि बॉडी हेल्दी हो ही जाएगी। प्रेजेंट मोमेंट नाउ के साथ अवेयरनेस की ये मुख्य बातें हैं। लेकिन जब हम किसी एक्सपर्ट को सुने तो ऑब्वियसली हम उसमें डेप्थ में जाएंगे। कई सालों से मैं भी सुन रहा हूँ, अपना रहा हूँ, जी रहा हूँ, लेकिन फिर भी एक एक्सपर्ट की बात एक अलग ही होती है। तो हम आज MBSR, माइंडफुलनेस, देखिए, अगर हम सिर्फ स्पिरिचुअलिटी के हिसाब से देखें फिर तो ये माइंडफुलनेस ही काफ़ी है, इम्बॉडीमेंट ही काफ़ी है। लेकिन ये डॉक्टर का प्लेटफॉर्म है तो यहाँ पर हम हेल्थ पे थोड़ा ज़्यादा फोकस करते हैं। इसलिए स्ट्रेस रिडक्शन के लिए माइंडफुलनेस, MBSR।
एग्जैक्टली।
और और ये वर्ड, ये टर्म भविष्य में और पॉपुलर होता ही जाएगा, क्योंकि फ्यूचर जो है वो स्पिरिचुअल मेडिसिन का है, होलिस्टिक मेडिसिन का है। जैसे जैसे लोग इसको ज़्यादा उपयोग करेंगे, इसके बेनिफिट्स को रियलाइज करेंगे, लोग एक दूसरे को बताते जाएंगे और ये फैलता जाएगा। हमारा प्लेटफॉर्म भी वही पर्पस है कि जो स्पिरिचुअल मेथड्स, होलिस्टिक मेथड्स हैं, उनको एक्सपर्ट के माध्यम से हम आपके सामने लाएं। आपका प्यार हमें मिल रहा है, हमें देते रहिए, हमारे सोशल मीडिया पर इंगेज होते रहिए, अपने दोस्तों के साथ शेयर कीजिए। अभी भी 3 मिनट जब हमारे साथ हमारे एक्सपर्ट जुड़ेंगी, आप अपने किसी फ्रेंड्स को, आपको याद आ रहा है तो उनके साथ आप उनको लिंक शेयर कीजिए, उनको इनवाइट कर लीजिए। 11:11 की टाइमिंग को देखते हुए उस टाइमिंग पे हमारे स्पीकर हमारे साथ जुड़ते हैं।
ग्रेट। माइंडफुलनेस के बारे में अगर हम और डेप्थ में जाएं तो मुझे याद आता है बुक टीलोमेर इफेक्ट, जिसमें एलिजाबेथ ब्लैक टीलोमेर इफेक्ट के ऊपर, टीलोमेर की लेंथ के ऊपर क्या डिफरेंस डालते हैं माइंडफुलनेस बेस्ड कॉग्निटिव थेरेपी एंड माइंडफुलनेस बेस्ड स्ट्रेस रिडक्शन टेक्निक। क्योंकि मैं माइंडफुलनेस बेस्ड कॉग्निटिव थेरेपी का इंस्ट्रक्टर हूँ, तो इसलिए मैंने अपना जो एक्सपीरियंस, अगर यस डॉक्टर, दिस इज द बुक, द एलिजाबेथ ब्लैक ने नोबेल प्राइज इनको मिला है टेलोमेर इफेक्ट के लिए। तो ये बुक आप जरूर पढ़िएगा, और मेरी और डॉक्टर रंजन की दोनों की ये फेवरेट बुक है। और इसके साथ में आप एक की भी पढ़ लीजिएगा, दोनों को मिला के पढ़ेंगे तो कम्प्लीमेंट्री हो जाता है। तो आप जो भी कुछ पढ़ते हैं, जो आप देखिए, जो नोबेल प्राइज विनर हैं जो वो बोल रहे हैं कि आपका जो वेलबींग है, क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ है, आपकी जो लॉन्जिविटी है, आपके जो सेल्स की जो यूथफुलनेस है, वो माइंडफुलनेस बेस्ड स्ट्रेस रिडक्शन टेक्निक से या माइंडफुलनेस बेस्ड कॉग्निटिव थेरेपी से नियर अबाउट 7 to 17% बढ़ जाती है। ये बहुत बड़ी बात है। जो कि हम बाकी चीजें भी हैं, डाइट है, हम कैसे रहते हैं, हम कैसे सोचते हैं, कैसे एक्सरसाइज करते हैं, वो सारी चीजें मैटर करती है। लेकिन जो एक उन्होंने ग्रुप के ऊपर इंटेंसिव स्टडी की, और लगभग अभी तक 7 इंटेंसिव स्टडीज हो चुकी हैं, जब जो कि कैंसर, ब्रेस्ट कैंसर के ऊपर हो चुकी है, डिप्रेशन के ऊपर हो चुकी है, नियर डेथ एक्सपीरियंस, लोग नियर डेथ जो लोग गए हैं या कुछ ऐसी डिजीज है उनके ऊपर हो चुकी है, रिवर्सल ऑफ क्रॉनिक डिजीज के ऊपर हो चुकी है। तो उनके जो सारे रिजल्ट हैं बहुत प्रॉमिसिंग है, और वो जो रिजल्ट्स ये बोलते हैं मेडिसिन का जो असर है उसका नेगेटिव असर भी है, उसका रिएक्शंस भी हैं, लेकिन इसके जो है इसके रिएक्शंस नहीं है, इसके पॉजिटिव इफेक्ट्स ही हैं। और ये इक्वली इफेक्टिव है मेडिसिन जितनी। अगर आप 8 वीक्स जो टेक्निक्स यूज करते हैं, जो भी टेक्निक्स है इसके अंदर, चाहे वो पल पल के अंदर आपको अवेयरनेस के अंदर रहना हो, चाहे आपको खाना हो, चाहे एक्सरसाइज करना हो, चाहे स्ट्रेचिंग करनी हो, चाहे सांस लेना हो, कैसे आप स्टेप बाय स्टेप हम माइंडफुलनेस में रह सकते हैं। और उसका आज हम किम से एक एक्सपीरियंस लेंगे, जो कि हमारे लिए बहुत ही एक लकी है हम लोग कि हमें डिफरेंट विधियों के बारे में, डिफरेंट तरीकों के बारे में इस चैनल के थ्रू हमारे दर्शकों को, हमारे दोस्तों को जानने को मिलते हैं। और अपनी लाइफ में, अपने आसपास के लोगों की लाइफ में, और अपने पेशेंट की लाइफ में, जो लोग डॉक्टर्स हैं या अपने कम्युनिटी में काम कर रहे हैं, उनके लिए एक नया एक डोर ओपनिंग होता है हर हफ्ते। तो लगभग 11:10 हो गए हैं और हम ज्यादा वेट नहीं करेंगे। हम अपने स्पीकर किम लारुए के बारे में थोड़ा सा बताना चाहते हैं। शी इज एम्बॉडीमेंट एंड माइंडफुलनेस बेस्ड स्ट्रेस रिडक्शन टीचर फ्रॉम यूएसए। जो किम के साथ जब मेरी बात हुई तो किम को मैंने बोला, किम आप क्या पीपीटी यूज करेंगी या आप बैकग्राउंड यूज करेंगी? बोले नहीं, आई वर्क विद माई एनर्जीज, आई वांट टू कनेक्ट विद माई ऑडियंस। और आज हम उसी एनर्जी को, उसी प्रेजेंस को महसूस करेंगे। किम लगभग 30 साल से डिफरेंट हॉस्पिटल्स में, डिफरेंट क्लिनिक्स में माइंडफुलनेस बेस्ड स्ट्रेस रिडक्शन की टेक्निक को यूज कर रही हैं पेशेंट्स के ऊपर। और अभी वो पूरे वर्ल्ड में अलग अलग जगह पे घूमती हैं और अपने जो वर्कशॉप्स लेती हैं, अपने रिट्रीट्स को अरेंज करती हैं, और उनके पूरे दुनिया में बहुत लोग फैन हैं और लोग उनको सुनना चाहते हैं, उनके प्रेजेंस में माइंडफुलनेस स्ट्रेस रिडक्शन को महसूस करना चाहते हैं और एक्सपीरियंस करना चाहते हैं। उनके मोस्ट ऑफ जो प्रोग्राम्स होते हैं वो फुल जाते हैं। तो इट्स 11:11। आई वांट टू वेलकम Kim on our channel, Spiritual Doctor for Holistic Health. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning. How
Good
are you? Is the lighting okay?
Lighting, we can't see you. Yes,
There
yes.
we go.
Light is
Thank
okay,
you.
Kim. Good morning. Thanks for accepting our invitation to come on our channel, Spiritual Doctor for Holistic Health. Myself, Dr. Sandeep Jot. With me is Dr. S. Ranjan. We are working on this channel from near about 8 months. And every last Sunday of the month, we call someone who is not from India and working on some alternative way of healing and treatment. So, Kim, we welcome you on our channel.
Thank you so much for having me today. I'm really so happy to share this wonderful mindfulness-based stress reduction. It's really nice to see you all here. Thank you so much for coming. Welcome, everyone. So shall I start?
Yes, yes, Kim. And we have introduced you that you are having experience of 30 years. We will love to listen examples, your experience in 1 hour.
And also about your starting of your journey, how you came into this mindfulness practice.
How did I come to this practice? Okay, well, it's kind of a long story, but I'll make it very short. So basically, my background is when I was growing up, I had a parent that had a mental illness. And so I became very sensitive, very alert, and my senses became to a point of anxiety and some depression and these kinds of things. So, but somehow I always wanted to work with people. And in high school, I started working as an emergency medical technician. So part of my training in high school was to ride with an ambulance and go into the ER and help people. So originally at the age of 15, I already started with mindful presence, being present with the patient when they were in a state of trauma. So things that I would ask them, I would just hold them and what is your name? Where are you from? What happened? And this would keep them hopefully out of shock and keep them in the present moment, and also keep the connection going, and as well as getting the information that's necessary for the patient. So then I went on to study nursing, and I really ended up into exercise physiology and working with the body because I realized our human potential, that if we exercise these different parts of our body and our mind, and we bring these links together and these channels together, that we can actually have a lot more power, that we can use our inner resources. And then I started to study Buddhism, Tibetan Buddhism and yoga, and I really got involved in the Buddhist practice, and so much that I moved to Florida from Chicago. And at that point, I started to, the teachers asked me to do some practices there, but most of them were Tibetan, and I knew about meditation through being a yoga teacher and all of this. But I did my formal training with Dr. John Kabat-Zinn from University of Massachusetts Medical Center in Boston, because I was invited to teach at an integrative center called the Sari Asher Integrative Cancer Center in West Palm Beach. So I wanted to do some formal training that wasn't necessarily religious in nature, that was open to all different kinds of different people's perspectives and belief systems. So I did the training with Dr. John Kabat-Zinn at Omega Institute in upstate New York, and with his staff, with a group of, I don't know, maybe 200 doctors, nurses, all different kinds of people were in this training. And then I continued on with the training and did my deeper training at UMass Medical School with the staff there. Since then, in between, I've been teaching. I taught many classes in the hospital at the university, at the Sari Asher Integrative Cancer Center. And also I taught classes in corporations and different kinds of individuals that are going through stress or trauma or different kinds of groups, grief support groups. I worked in hospice, helping people with end of life and inviting them to learn mindfulness practices. Even when we are in a state of death or ending in our life, we can still learn new skills, and we can still support ourselves and other beings with these types of practices.
Great,
Any
Kimka.
questions about that?
Wow, wow.
We don't have any questions right now. We want to come on directly to topic, taste of mindfulness, and we want to know about the mindfulness and what is mindfulness stress reduction, and how it can help, and we want to taste that mindfulness.
Yes. So actually, before I even start to speak a little bit about mindfulness, I just want to give a very small tidbit taste of mindfulness. And I just really want us to become embodied. So as a mindfulness-based stress reduction, and embodying a practice is much more deeper. It's like nourishing yourself, your whole being with this experience, as opposed to something being like a talking head. So we will start, actually, if you could just be really comfortable wherever you are and feel your body. And I have my little mindfulness bell here. And we're just going to welcome ourselves here. So sit comfortably however you are and feel the presence of your hips and how they're connecting with the support that you're sitting on. And I want you to imagine that you're going to a party or to an event, and somebody's going to welcome you when they open the door. And I want you to imagine how you like to be welcomed. Like there might be a very specific way or a different feeling. Everyone likes to be welcomed in a different way. So imagine your own way of how you'd like to be welcomed to an event or a party. And when I ring the bell, you're going to say welcome to yourself and to the beings around you. And in that special, very welcoming and loving, kind way. Okay? Ready? So I'll ring the bell and we'll all say welcome together. Welcome.
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 Yeah. And now you can just close your eyes if you like and feel your body, the presence of your body. And the best way to do that is with relationship to what you're sitting on. So feel your hips touching the chair if you find yourself sitting. And go ahead and just relax into your body by taking a few cleansing breaths. So you can breathe in through your nose, like smelling the roses, and blow out the birthday candles. And we'll do 2 more breaths like this. Breathing in, smelling the roses, filling your body, exhaling. And 1 more breath, breathing in. And slowly exhaling. Yeah. And then you've welcomed yourself to this space. And just feel your body for a moment. Feel your breath and feel the space. And now I will ring the bell and invite you to come back. And welcome back. So this is just a little way to begin a practice. When I used to work for the hospice, I began, when we had our meetings, our staff meetings, they invited me as a mindfulness teacher to start each meeting with a small welcome meditation so that we could be embodied, that we're not just a bunch of talking heads, blah, 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 that we can actually slow down, be in our body, and use our senses. So I hope everybody's more embodied now. And I can tell you a little bit about what the practice of mindfulness-based stress reduction is and how it was developed. This program, mindfulness-based MBSR, was developed at University of Massachusetts Medical School by a teacher called, my teacher, or our teacher called Dr. John Kabat-Zinn. He was a scientist, and also he was very much into Zen meditation, and he wanted to improve healthcare for people because he saw that many people were falling through the healthcare cracks due to many people had a lot of pain, physical pain, and the medicines weren't satisfactory, only that there was maybe something else that could help support the patient, or somebody was told that they had cancer and they were going to die, and maybe they went into some deep anxiety or depression, or maybe the family members also were struggling with these different kinds of stressful situations, death, old age, birth, sickness. All of these things are suffering, says the Buddha. So Dr. John developed this 8-week course in the basement of a hospital, which was kind of radical about 40 years ago. And he started with helping people understand what stress is and how it affects our body, how it affects our thoughts, how it affects our mind, and then inviting people to learn different techniques for learning how to connect with their body, such as body scanning. Is a technique in just slowing down and connecting with the body, like we did very briefly, like feeling our hips connecting to the chair that we were sitting on. And awareness of breath. Breathing awareness to our breath helps us to self-regulate our nervous system. Once we start to slow down our breath, our mind is completely related to our breath, and so is our body. So it is the great blessing to connect with our breath, our prana, which will help us to connect with our mind and our body. So, and then incorporating simple, basic yoga and different types of exercises that can help people to connect with their body in a mindful movement type of way, and to release any tension patterns and to bring awareness to the health of the body. And then we incorporate mindful sitting, mindful eating, mindful walking, and mindful standing, which are the four mindful practices that the Buddha practiced. So the 8-week course incorporates many of these different types of practices, and each week people meet for about 2.5 hours as a group, after you filled out like an orientation form, and we go over different types of practices, and then each week you get homework assignments that you agree to practice for 30 to 45 minutes per day, which would be like the yoga, or the body scanning, mindful eating, and sometimes we use poetry and different little like mind games. So it's kind of fun actually, because it's like an experiment. We're experimenting with our mind and our body. We don't know what the outcome will be. It's much like a scientist. So we take this attitude of much like a scientist, that after 8 weeks we will learn something about ourselves and our environment and our relationship. So this 8-week course is evidence-based. They've done a lot of research, scientists, on how this affects the brain, specifically the prefrontal cortex of the brain. It makes changes and it begins to lighten up. And this prefrontal cortex gives us more choices, more opportunities. We can think more outside the box, as opposed to being stuck in some sort of mental or physical or energetic habit patterns. So mindfulness-based stress reduction helps us to learn how to respond to situations as opposed to reacting to situations. And we can have less harm to our physicality of our body, less harm to others as well, with our speech, and how we really are staying more in our in our own personal truth. So, and with this course also, there's an all-day retreat between class 6 and 7. So there are 8 classes total, plus an all-day retreat that we practice all of the mindful sitting, walking, eating, communication skills, mindful, some poetry, and I incorporate energy medicine as well, which is some qigong and tai chi and some different ways that we can use our hands to tap into our different energy systems. So I think that should explain quite a bit there.
Yes, yes, yes. Right now we're clear that what MBSR is and what is done during these 8 weeks and during the retreat also. During the one-day retreat, we can say that. And I want to ask, and friends also want to ask that you're working in this field from near about 30 years. And what is your experience? What are the practical things you have observed? Changes in the patients, and what kind of patients you work with?
Wow. So in the United States, I really have to say that I was very honored to be able to see so many experiences. I can definitely speak for myself because as I worked in the hospice and also the cancer patients, I don't even really know where to begin. There's so many stories. But it's just a simple method of being able to be present with oneself and another being. I can share about my mom. My mom had a mental illness, and for a long time, I really tried to work to be with my mom, but many times she rejected me because she just didn't have the mental regulation to work to be with me. And I tried to help her, and it was a big burden for my family and for me on so many different levels. My mom was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and I grew up with her. She was the impetus for what I'm doing now. And anyway, long story short, after working in hospice for several years and helping people with their end of life, I found out from a phone call that my mom was ill and that she was having a breathing issue. So I knew immediately that I was to meet with my mom, and I met her in the hospital after not seeing her for 2 years. And at that moment, I knew that everything I had learned through mindfulness, through my Buddhist practices, through working in the hospitals, that moment, now I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting a real embodied experience as I speak of this. That moment was meant for my mom and me. And my mom had a breathing problem. She had a fibrosis of the lungs and emphysema. And so right away, I started with the mindful breathing with her. She would have panic attacks and she couldn't breathe and she was just gasping for air. And it was just so awful to see my mom in this situation where somebody's basically suffocating to death. And so I would say, Mom, Mom, and I would just put my hands on her and I would say, Mom, smell the roses and blow out the candles. So I would meet her breathing at a resonance that was kind of fast to begin with, and then slowly, slowly start to bring it down. And I had learned this through hospice because we had music therapists that would use, we had a program called In Harmony. So we would meet each patient with the music and meet the harmony of the music and do the healing work hands-on, as well as the mindfulness, talking somebody through a traumatic experience or a difficult experience. So slowly, slowly, my mom would connect with me through the eyes, through my hands, through the breathing, and through the resonance. And she would feel calm again. She would feel connected again. And it continued to get worse, this breathing problem. So at some point, she ended up having to go into the ICU. And they told me that she would have, they would have to maybe have this orange form called the DNR, do not resuscitate. And so I had to work with that with my mom, which was a very difficult time. I knew what that form was. I had worked with many patients in the hospice that had crossed over to the hospice with this DNR, because it puts you in a situation as a family member to have to make that choice of when somebody might have to go on a respirator or off of the respirator. And I know at this time, during this pandemic, corona time, this is a situation that is many people have had to face real in this present moment. So I talked with my mom and we did the DNR. Finally, she agreed and she went to the hospice that I was working with at the Hospice of Palm Beaches in Florida, which was really difficult. I saw my mom go from having all this equipment, keeping her alive, to basically nothing, just some oxygen to help her. And I continued to do the mindfulness practices with my mom. And it really, really helped her, and it really, really helped me. And in between, I would go to other patients' rooms because of the stress of my own experience. It helped me to relate to other people. So I wasn't just only with my mom. And those people from the hospice were helping me. They came and did mindfulness with me and my mom and played guitar with the residents and sang songs. And I was there with my mom for her last breath, which was absolutely amazing. And another thing with working with people who are critically ill or in a dying phase, with awareness, patients oftentimes will speak in metaphor. Oh, my battery's dying. Hello, can you see me? I will plug in. People will often speak in metaphor. And I was able to catch that when my mom was going to die. She spoke to me in a way that told me. So when you're mindful, you can pick up on little details and little nuances of people, which is quite amazing. So then there are so many other stories of how mindfulness has helped people to calm down their anxiety or to work with their depression. After my mom died, even I taught a group at University of Florida. And can you hear me okay? See me okay? Everyone?
It's okay, Kim.
Okay, good. And what's also amazing is that groups come together as a resonance. So when I started the course after my mom died, my uncle and my aunt came to this course because they were also grieving. And I had like maybe 10 people, maybe 15 people in the group. But slowly, as the group started to unravel some of their stresses, grief started to come up. So this group became a grief group. So I didn't know it would be a grief group, but because of my resonance of my grief, it somehow attracted the other people that were going through a grief experience. And we were able to share our own experiences and help each other to heal. So it's really beautiful how groups come together, and the group itself is the healing, hearing other people's stories, sharing our practices together, sharing real life things that maybe you can't connect with the outside world or tell other people about. And a lot of this becomes liberated. I've also worked with post-traumatic stress disorder in a Japanese gardens in Florida at the Murakami Museum. We did a research helping veterans come out of their post-traumatic stress by walking in nature and by journaling and doing awareness of breath and mindfulness presence practices. So there's just, it's endless. We can help with mindful eating and stress reduction for post-traumatic stress, depression, anxiety, and also it improves your work. So if you're learning anything new or if you're taking tests in school, practicing mindfulness can really help with the children as well as adults, as well as old age and death. So Should we do another mindfulness practice, or do you have any questions?
We can practice, and if someone has question, they can share in the chat box. You can ask him anything about mindfulness-based stress reduction technique, and how it helps. So we can directly go to some experience, Kim.
Yeah. Any questions from anyone?
No question so far, Kim. So we can proceed for the experience session.
Okay, excellent. So how much time do we have left here? We have
near about, you can say 50 minutes with us. We have enough time with us.
We have 15 minutes?
55.
50. 50
Oh,
minutes.
50 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So maybe what I feel like, I often teach by or share really by an embodied experience. So I feel like right now what might be really helpful is if we do a body scan, a brief body scan.
Great.
So body scan.
We're ready for the body scan meditation.
Okay. So let me set my phone down so that I can be very comfortable. You can.
We have to do it sitting or we're lying down, Kim?
You can do it sitting or lying down. Can you see me okay? Everything's okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. So you don't really actually need to see me right now, because what we're going to do is do a practice of looking inside of our own selves. It's kind of like doing an X-ray on yourself. Okay, I see a question here. Should I address it quickly? For anxiety.
During anxiety, how to do? What should we do with anxiety?
What should we do with anxiety? First of all, I want to thank you for asking the question. And anxiety. Can I ask this person directly, like, what does anxiety feel like for you? Does that person want to answer? How do you know it's anxiety? What does the anxiety feel like?
Gurpinder, there is question from Kim for you.
Feeling.
Hello. Good morning.
Hi. Thank you for coming. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. It's a panic attack and a feeling of congestion in the chest. Severe feeling of congestive feeling. It's seems like to bursting. Something will burst from inside, and desire to weep loudly, cry loudly, with lots of trembling, palpitation. While talking to you, it's a heartbeat, fast heartbeat, palpitation.
So you're having a heart palpitation right now while you're talking with me?
Yeah.
Can you tell me, dear, what's your name again?
Gurpinder Kaur. Gurpinder.
Gupinder. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Gupinder.
Yeah.
Welcome, Gopinder. It's really nice to meet you right now. Thank you so much for your courage to connect with me and to talk about the anxiety. I know I'm also a person who suffers with anxiety, and I have to be really frank, it never goes away. Anxiety became my friend. I love my anxiety because anxiety is a signal. It's a signal only. It's like when you have an automobile and the automobile gasoline goes on, like, oh, I need to get some gasoline. It's telling us, giving us some informations that we need to know. So anxiety can show up in many different ways. Everyone has their own way of their signal showing up in their body. And I think what I heard you say was that you feel like your heart is beating very fast, and that the breathing also you feel this nervousness, and you feel like a strong feeling in your chest. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Along with visual disturbances.
With the visual?
Disturbance.
Visual disturbances.
Yes.
Okay. Good. How long has this been going on, this feeling?
From 5 years.
5
Since
years.
last 5 years. Yeah.
For the last 5 years. Okay. Did something happen 5 years ago that you were aware of that caused this
Yeah, because
trigger?
of husband. Yeah.
Something with your husband. Okay.
Yeah, and child's disease problem. Lots of problem in the family.
Lots of problem with the family. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And of course, you don't want to share anything that would make you feel uncomfortable online here. So we understand the difficulty of the 5 years ago and how that started to trigger something in your life. So what I would invite for you is to, and if I were to work with somebody in a group or an individual, is practicing the body scan to be able to actually start to, and already you have an embodied experience, you know this feeling in your body. But if I were to ask you to take a couple breaths right now, let's breathe together. Smell the roses and blow out the birthday candles very slowly. Again, breathing in and slowly exhaling. We're breathing together. And one more time, smell the roses and blow out the birthday candles. Good. Now just keeping your eyes inside. If you were able to tell me what shape is this feeling in the in your body, this in your chest? Is there something in your chest? There's a shape to it? Hello?
It's a burning. It's a flame-like
Flame-like
feeling.
shape,
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
Blue
So,
flame-like. Always blue flame-like, I feel. Yeah.
Yeah. See, already we have the innate resources and wisdom inside. As Dr. John Kabat-Zinn says, there is more right with us than there is wrong with us. So your body already is able to sense and feel this blue flame-like experience in your chest. So now if you were just to sit with this feeling, breathing in and out. And see if you can just soften, soothe, and connect to this place. Yeah, and maybe if you put your breath a little bit away from the microphone. So breathing in and exhaling very slow. And breathing in and breathing really slow. Just accepting this sensation that's in your body, just being with it, being present. Let's take 2 more collective breaths together. And anybody in the audience, if you have a tension spot in your body, you can also breathe with us. And one more time. Yeah, very good. Dear, tell me about this space in your body. Is it the same shape? Is this the same feeling?
No, it's improving. As before talking to you, it's a quite high beat palpitation. While talking to you, going through all this process, I am feeling relaxed and heartbeat totally normal.
Yes.
Thanks.
I can even thank you so much. Really, I can even hear your breath has slowed down, because when you began to talk, your breath and your mind were going very fast. So the breath and the mind are completely related. When we slow down our breath and we slow down our mind, and when our mind slows down, our thoughts slow down, and it gives us more space to respond to situations than to react to situations. Very, very good. Very, very nice. Oh,
Thank
hello.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, really do. Thank you. So you can practice this at any time. And now that you've had like a download, you can just remember to smell the roses and blow the candles.
Yes.
Connect where you're holding the tension, and then soften,
Yes.
soothe, and relax. And then you can also congratulate yourself. You can thank that parts of your resources that are there to show you It's so nice to meet you. I hope that we stay
Thank you.
connected in whatever way. You always remember
Thank you, ma'am.
your breath. Anybody with at this moment?
Any other question?
We can proceed for the practical session.
Okay.
Practical.
One question is there from Anju Arora. How can we create mindfulness in others? I mean, how can we convince others? Because sometimes it's difficult to convince others that this practice is beneficial.
That's a very, very good question. So I'm sure that many of you know many people that you wish they would practice mindfulness. Correct? How many? Many. I wish that person, this person, because we're judging. There's nothing wrong with judgment, but we begin to judge other people and we think they should practice mindfulness. But really, it comes back to ourselves. Just to back up a little bit, I didn't say, but Dr. John Kabat-Zinn's definition of mindfulness is paying attention on purpose without judging. So it's putting attention, paying, there's a cost to it. You have to give your attention on purpose, the intention to practice attention without judging, so that your body can start to self-regulate others, governing others. I don't want to get political here, but as you know, in politics, it's about governing others. And that doesn't always work. People rebel, people don't listen, people don't respond. Same with the doctors. Doctors can give medication, but maybe the patient isn't compliant. Your wife is having anxiety and it causes you to feel maybe some anxiety. You want your wife to practice mindfulness. You cannot make your wife practice mindfulness. You have to practice mindfulness. Once you resonate mindfulness within yourself without judging yourself, you begin to resonate, self-regulate. You begin to calm down. You begin to be more forgiving with other people's what you perceive as a bad habit or a good habit or a mediocre habit, what people are doing, what they're saying, how they're reacting. That doesn't become so important anymore. So the key is to shine the light, the spotlight on your own self, so that when you become self-regulated, when you become relaxed and resonating in harmony with the entire universe, with your breath, with your body, with the energy around you, with the planets, with the moon, with the stars, with the earth, then people will start to resonate with you. And then they'll be like, what is this? Why do I feel this good feeling with this person? What are they doing? They become curious. And that is a very good way to start to help other people to practice mindfulness, is just by the mere living a really good life and really resonating it deep from your heart, from doing your mindfulness in the world.
Beautiful answer, Kim, that you can't change anyone but thyself, as Buddha has said. So you have to keep working. I think there is
I tried to change my husband. It didn't work. I tried to change my mom. It didn't work. Never. But the moment I did all those practices and I reunited with my mom was ready for it. It's like, wow, she died so happy and peaceful. And 7 my whole life of 49 years at the time, I wanted to change my mom and change my life situation, but I couldn't. And everybody put so much pressure on me to care for my mom because she was pressuring them. They didn't know how to deal with it. But I practiced mindfulness.
Yes, yes, very true, Kim. Uh, we should focus upon our practice of mindfulness instead of trying to change others. We can't change others, we can change only ourselves.
That pure love was beyond me.
Yes.
Beyond
I think, Kim, there is some
pure love in
internet
17
problem
days.
from your side. So we are missing few beautiful words from your side. You can fix that thing. Because during some internet problem, some
Let's see.
bandwidth problem is
Let
there.
me see.
Right. So
Okay.
you are absolutely right, Kim, when you said that.
It's okay now?
Yes, it's okay right now. It's okay, and there is no question right now. There are only compliments. They are feeling your energy. Your energy is very good, and I got my answer. Thank you very much. And so many participants said that Lalita Modi said that divine beauty, Kim. So they told me to convey it to you. So I am conveying on this live session. So not waiting for session to end. Yes, over to you, Kim.
Well, I want to say, whoever's saying the divine beauty to me, it's only because you resonate with mindfulness. You want to practice. It's something light coming off inside of you. It's the you that is, and as I speak, I get a goosebumps. You can see, because it's embodied. It's a feeling. It's a sense. It's an awareness. It's from the eyes, from the ears, from the heart, heartfulness. Oh, thank you so much. It's really very sweet of everyone to want to practice, to want to embody, and to have these types of loving kindness feelings. And we can practice this. So shall I move on to a little bit of a body scan now, a real practice?
Yes, we can move to body scan, the beautiful practice of MBSR.
Okay, wonderful. So as you are, just however you are right now in this moment, I'm going to ring the bell. Listen to the bell and welcome yourself, as we did in the beginning. So if you just popped on and you didn't hear that part, we're going to welcome ourselves the way we'd like to be welcomed to a party. So 1, 2, 3, and we're going to say it really sweetly this time, like really soft, almost like your lover and maybe your secret lover, which really is you. You are your secret lover, your twin flame. So sweet welcome. And maybe a small smile on your face. Just a small lifting of the lips, releasing any tension in the face and the mouth. And we can welcome ourselves by just feeling our body right here, right now, however we are, wherever we are. And know that there is more right with us than there is wrong with us. That our body is breathing and it's always caring for us. And that every resource is available the moment we need it. And we can begin by breathing in, smelling the roses, and blowing out the birthday candles. Breathing in through the nose, feel the cool air. And exhaling slow and soft and releasing. And a few more breaths, breathing in, air coming in. And air coming out. And one more deep cleansing breath, breathing in. And very slowly exhaling. Very nice. And now just allowing your body and your breath to take care of itself as we bring our attention from the breath into the weight of our body and how it the chair or the floor. Maybe feel the details of the relationship of your hips in the chair, or if you're lying down, any parts of the body such as the hips or the feet or the back of the head. And we'll just do a very brief body scan here, beginning at the feet. So place your mind's awareness as if you were to have like a little, what to call, flashlight onto your feet. A little laser flashlight onto your feet. Notice your left and right feet and how they feel right now. Notice if they feel cold or warm or tingly, or you feel maybe like your sock or your shoe, or you feel the air around your feet. And maybe any sensations that you feel with your feet and your toes, or maybe the space between your toes. Notice the bottom of your feet. Notice the top of your feet. And become aware of the whole foot without judging, just noticing sensations. As we move up into the ankles, bring this laser beam light up into the sensation of your ankles, the inner ankles, the outer ankles, and any sensation you're feeling. As we move up from the ankles into the calf muscles, noticing your calves, do they feel tight? Or is one side feeling more tight than another? Without judging, just observing, just witness. Notice, and then traveling up into the knee joint. Notice the knee. Notice how your knees are feeling. Up into the thigh. Notice the thigh, your inner thigh, in the thigh bone. As you're relaxing and breathing, the air is coming in and air is coming out. Sensing your thigh. And I'd like to expand our awareness from the thigh into the whole of the legs. So from where the thigh bone connects to the hip, all the way down into the feet, we can take a deep and exhale, releasing the thighs and the legs and the feet from our mind's awareness right now. As we place our attention into our hips.
Take your attention to the abdomen. As you're breathing in and breathing out, get aware about movement of your abdomen, lower abdomen. Get aware about your chest, its movements. Any sensation you're feeling, your thoughts. Take your awareness to your neck. Get present to any sensation. Get present to feelings or thoughts coming in your mind, whatever they are. Take your attention to your arms, to your hands, to your fingers, fingertips. Move your attention to your face. Get aware about the posture, the shape of your lips. Release all the tension from your facial muscles. If you feel any tension, stretch anywhere in your facial muscles. Take your breath to that place and release it. Smell the roses. Blow the candles. Smell the roses. Blow the candles. Take your attention to your scalp. Notice in your whole body if there is any pain, tension. Take your attention to that part of your body. Breathe in to that part. Relax it. Release the pain. Release the tension. And breathe out. Get aware about your body touching the cushion, chair, floor. Get aware about all the sounds inside you and outside you. Get aware about your breath, incoming, outgoing. Slowly you can come back. Whenever you feel whole and complete, slowly taking your own time. You can open your eyes. Sorry, due to some disturbance, the connection of Kim has been lost. Dr. Ranjan is trying to make sure that we can establish that connection. I just want to ask the experience about this exercise, body scan. Who will share this exercise? I will unmute the person who want to share. You can raise your hand. Dr. Ranjan or I will unmute, and if you Vineet. Vineet, you can start your video and you can unmute yourself. Yes, Vineet. Vineet, you're not audible. Not audible, Vineet.
Now?
Yeah, right now you're audible.
Okay. So thanks everybody. It was a wonderful experience. I've been trying to do this. I've been doing meditation for last almost 10 years. I've been trying to do this, but never have been able to go to, this specific mindfulness. Thanks everybody. It was a really great experience.
Most welcome. Most welcome. I think Kim has joined, Dr. Ranjan. So
joining one or 2 minutes. Let me make
right. So someone else can share their experience after this mindfulness meditation. We call it body scan. Body scan has 3 parts. One is you take the attention to some part, you fix it, then you remove that attention to some other place consciously. As Kim has told us that Dr. Zin Cobalt Zen defines mindfulness as awareness that emerges through paying attention in a particular way, that it's not just just doing whatever is happening. It's your energy, you use energy to pay the attention in a particular way, on purpose, in the present moment, and non-judgmentally to things as they are. So you're doing consciously with awareness. Everything is done with awareness. You're taking your attention to the body part with awareness. You're staying at that body part with awareness. Then you come to other body part with awareness. So this is the 3 parts of body scan meditation. Because we lost the connection of Kim, so I completed that meditation. Though if any other participant has some question, I will try to answer. Dr. Ranjan is trying to contact Kim, so she can again join. We have near about 10-15 minutes left with us. Anyone want to share, ask any question? You can switch off. I will do one thing. I will make sure that anyone can unmute themselves. So please, first time we are doing this, you can unmute yourself and you can. Yes, Nirmalji, I am.
Sir, I could not attend the session right from the beginning. And can we get the recording of it?
Yes, sure, you will get the recording. Right now we are live on Facebook. We will share that recording. If you can share your number in the chat box, we will share with you. And
Dr. Ranjan knows my number.
sure, then you will get that.
Thank you so much.
Welcome, most welcome. Any other person question, experience?
How does it help in chronic diseases?
Yeah, beautiful question. Who asked this question? May I know your name?
Rekha.
Oh, Rekha ji, right. Rekha ji, so many researchers has told us that mindfulness or mindfulness-based stress reduction or mindfulness-based cognitive therapy has great results on cancer, diabetes, hypertension. A lot of studies has been done. This is the background. The studies already has been done. But how it works? Because a chronic disease's main reason is stress. We are aware about what we are doing. We are always on the autopilot mode. We are doing things unconsciously. Even we don't want to do the things, we are doing those kind of things. Every morning we wake up that we, or every night we take the pledge that we will not do that activity. We will not do that activity. Morning we will do everything. And again, the morning is same and we are totally helpless on that front. So with mindfulness, we can control our mind. We can concentrate on our body, on its physiology, on its changes, whatever is happening. And as Kim has told, and in the beginning we discussed about telomere effect book also, that it increases the length of telomere. That means the immunity, the body strength, the cell energy increases. So you can fight better with the diseases, number one. Number two, there is a decrease in size of amygdala. So there is less flight and fight response because of that. Other thing is that your prefrontal cortex start working more so that you can face the things as they are. And you don't live in the past and present, sorry, past and future. You live in present and you don't take things too seriously. You enjoy every moment. You're not going in the past memories and painful memories, and you're not going into future, because everyone of us know that past gives pain.
Yes. Future we don't know.
Future we don't know. And that's why present is there.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful thing. You can experience that thing. If everyone of us can experience that thing. Past gives pain.
Yeah.
So future gives tears. That's why present is dear. If someone can teach us how to live in the present moment, and every moment we're living the present, then I am sure. Have you looked at Kim? She's too energetic. She's too compassionate. She's too friendly. Her energy is directly connect with everyone.
Yeah. Love energy.
So that's thing that we all can live in that things. And I have seen this my personal experience, and I have discussed so many times with Dr. Ranjan also, that you can easily check the person who is doing real meditation or mindfulness by looking at his face. If someone is looking younger, he's happy, that there is glow, not makeup glow, and you can say that this person is meditating. He has some depth in meditation. I am a follower of Art of Living. I am doing a lot of courses of Art of Living, though I am doing other courses also. But whenever I go to the ashram in Bangalore, I see people as they are full of energy, full of motivation. They look younger than 10, 20 years. So that is how you can reverse your disease. I have seen so many persons of diabetes, hypertension, reversing diseases with the MBSR or MBCT, or simply following mindfulness, because mindfulness is too wide. But these programs, MBSR, MBCT, these are just 8 weeks or 6-week courses. So anyone can come, learn, and go back and use those techniques in their lives.
So yes. How old is she?
I don't know. Ladies don't tell their age.
No, she is pretty old.
You can ask her when she will join. So Jitendra, you can ask. Yes, you can unmute yourself. You're not audible, Jitendra Tomarji. No, still you are not audible.
Sir, I am Nirmal Mehta, not Kamaljeet.
नहीं, एक्चुअली मैं तोमर जी से बात कर रहा था तो.
Okay.
Yes, तोमर जी, right now you can try. Or you can type your question in the chat box.
Now I am okay.
Yes,
या
now
अब आपकी आवाज आ गई.
अभी आवाज आ गई.
So this side Jitendra Singh Tomar from Bangkok, Thailand. And first of all, I want to thank you, Dr. Sandeep and Dr. Ranjan. I was with Dr. Sandeep with our course in during professional time. So I know him personally. My question is that every week we have lots of session on different techniques, like today mindful technique, meditation, yoga, and so many very good sessions. So for a common man, suppose I have only 30 minutes in morning. So what is your advice to go simple? Because if I think many things, then I will be confused all these technical terms and practices. So what is your, as per your experiences, because you are in deep in this area. So please advise. Thank you.
Beautiful question and difficult question. तो इसके लिए हम एक ही बात बोलते हैं हमेशा जो सेशंस होते हैं, 5 कुएं मत खोदिए तो उसमें पानी नहीं निकलेगा. एक कुआं खोदिए, उसको गहरा खोदिए तो आपको पानी हमेशा के लिए मिलेगा. तो हर किसी की अलग अलग एक प्रवृत्ति होती है, एक नेचर होती है, टेस्ट होता है. आपको कौन सी चीज अच्छी लगती है, आपको कोई मेडिटेशन अच्छी लगती है तो आप एक चीज को फॉलो करो. और आजकल क्या चलता है, स्पिरिचुअल शॉपिंग चलती है. तो कभी इसको ट्राई कर लिया, कभी उसको ट्राई कर लिया, कभी इसको ट्राई कर लिया, कभी इस बाबा के पास चले गए, कभी उसके पास चले गए, कुछ और आया नेट के ऊपर तो उसको कर लिया. तो ये चीज जो है वो आपको डेप्थ में नहीं लेके जाएगी. आप किसी भी एक चीज को पकड़ ले, जो भी आपको अच्छा लगा. आपको माइंडफुलनेस अच्छा लगा, वेरी गुड. आपको राजयोग अच्छा लगा, वेरी गुड. किसी एक चीज को पकड़ लीजिए, किसी एक चीज को जो आपको अच्छी लगती है, आपको मन को अच्छी लगती है, आपको लगता है ये चीज मेरे लिए बनी है. तो हर किसी के लिए अलग अलग, किसी को योगा अच्छा लगता है, किसी को जिम अच्छा लगता है, किसी को जब जिस पार्ट में रह रहे हैं वहां पे ताई ची बहुत लोग करते हैं तो उन लोगों को वो अच्छा लगता है. वो माइंडफुलनेस से बॉडी मूवमेंट्स है वो उसको इस तरह से वो करते हैं. तो हर किसी को हर चीज जो होती है वो सूट नहीं करती है या उनको अच्छी लगती है. एक चीज पकड़िए. आपको कौन सी अच्छी लगती है तो मर्जी करना एक चीज.
Sandeep, I try to yoga and little bit meditation.
Then try mindfulness yoga.
Okay.
Like getting present to every movement with every stretch in every muscle fiber you are feeling. That is mindfulness yoga.
So there is any resource to go deep about to learn about this mindful yoga apart from discussion? I think Kim
can teach you. Kim can teach you. Kim has joined with us.
Yeah.
So,
hi, I'm back.
Welcome, Kim. We lost you in between. With us is Jitendra Tomarji, and his question is that if I want to learn about mindfulness yoga, how I can learn that? I told that Kim can teach you mindfulness yoga. She's yoga teacher also and mindfulness based stress reduction teacher also. So
yeah. And there are any online resources available? So apart from this session, we can refer that. Please, Kim. Over to
Hello.
you.
Can you see me?
Yes,
I am back. Wow, stress. It always is happening. Stress. The Zoom wasn't working, so now I'm back, and now I can take a breath with you. All of us, we can take a collective breath again together, connecting. And yes, mindful yoga. You're asking a question about mindful yoga and how you can incorporate this into your life. And if you like, you can join our class. We'll start in March. We'll have an 8-week program, starting with an introduction, a free introduction to the course, and what we will do is we'll start like class 1. We'll start with body scanning, mindful eating, learning how to think outside the box, we'll do some poetry. And then in the second week, again, we do body scanning to get a real sense of our body, of like, I think like every fiber of the body, to be able to start to connect the mind and the sensation of the body, the real feel, because most of us don't feel in our body because we've been trained to think more than we are feeling sensation. So in the third week, we start with some yoga and energy medicine techniques, and I have them all on audio as well as the pictures of the yoga poses, and we do them together. And then for that week, you will alternate doing the body scanning with the yoga. And so it's quite easy. It's very simple yoga. It's even the yoga that I use. It's not like doing an Ashtanga, really fast yoga, but it's a yoga for health. It's a yoga for well-being, and it's very simple. So, and after you practice for some time, you'll be able to start to feel different things in your body that you weren't aware of. And once you become aware of these sensations in your body, the awareness itself is the healing. Our body has an array of healing possibilities and inner resources that are untapped, unused. And like in Florida, where I was from, there's a mindful schools. So they have schooling where children are learning body scanning and how to connect with their mind, how to work with their emotions. Our schooling didn't necessarily have that. And I don't know about in India, if you had meditation and that kind of thing in your schooling, maybe way back in the day. But standardized schooling is missing these pieces of how to connect with our body, how to work with emotions, how to work with thoughts, how to work with real life experiences. So that's the beauty of this practice. I hope you can join us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have shared the number of Kim also, and if you have any problem in the chat box, if you have any problem, you can connect me this number also and ask for the program. As Kim has told that on 14th of March, her online 8 weeks program is starting, and she has told in the beginning. So you can join that program also, the certificate course. Anything else someone else want to ask? Thanks, Jitendra, for asking this beautiful question.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Kim, how old are you?
Ageless and timeless.
Pardon, I couldn't understand.
Ageless and timeless.
Oh, Dr. Deepak Chopra quoting.
How old are you?
I'm 68.
Ageless and timeless. Yes. We have, actually my real age is I'm 57, but I've become younger in India for some reason.
Actually, everyone will be happy that Kim knows few Hindi words also, because she used to take programs and retreats in India also. So
हाँ.
Kim, अच्छा है.
हिंदी बोलो थोड़ा थोड़ा है. आप कहाँ से हैं? ठीक है. So yeah, it's always good to learn new skills. Learning a new language also is mindfulness.
Yeah.
Being able to connect with people in a different way. If I learn a new language, I can connect with the culture of the beings. So even if it's just a few words, it opens up the door for connection on a very deep level. Even though it's very Tora, bahut Tora Hindi bolo, but I understand many things, and definitely I have this embodied feeling of India.
Kim, your smile is very pretty, very nice, tempting.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
If someone has any questions, we can take that question, or if there is no question or anything else, we can finish this session.
First, I want to just say to everyone, sorry to leave you hanging at your hips in the body scan. So go ahead and just feel your body from your hips.
No, Kim, I want to tell you that wherever you left, I have started from that point and we completed that meditation.
Thank you so much. I would good teamwork, good connection. Yes,
So
it's very good.
I completed that meditation, but we missed your beautiful voice in that meditation. That was shock for few participants, but we tried to complete that meditation.
Very good.
And
Very good.
people
Yeah,
got the
so
taste of mindfulness.
yeah, thank you. Everybody's mindful and intention is paying attention, and then we self-regulate. And even though there's some stressful situations sometimes in the middle of something, there's always a way to come back to the present moment. And sometimes somebody might pick up where you left off and hold the space for you, a sacred space. And then again, we start again fresh. And that's the beauty of mindfulness, is that no matter what's happening and no matter at what time, birth, old age, sickness, and death, we can start over and not react. We can take a breath and respond to the experiences that we're having in the moment. So any other questions? I mean, of course, mindfulness helps with so many things, but it's really a way of life. After the 8-week class, many people say they want to keep going, and we can keep going. We can create groups and keep practicing together, supporting each other, because really we are an anomaly. More people are learning about mindfulness. It's a great buzzword these days, but to really embody the practice is the most important. And so to help each other and support in this, so that every single living being becomes mindful and more awake and more aware on this planet, that is the aim. My true aim is to help people, especially during these degenerative Kali Yoga times that we're experiencing. We need this more than ever, to stop reacting to each other, to stop judging. We're going to judge. We need to judge, and that's okay, but not to let the judger make the decisions, to come from a true place, from our heart, from our connection with each other. That's the real important piece right now.
Right. So thank you, Kim, for joining us, because we tasted mindfulness today, and it was great. As in the beginning, when we had a contact with you, you told that I asked you that, Kim, will you use PPT or you will use some background? You told that I will use my energies, and you was totally right that your energies are really beautiful. Everyone on this session connected with you, and there is a lot of learning. The takeaway for our today's whoever joined live, this is smell the roses, blow the candles. Smell the roses. Whenever you feel tension, when you feel anxiety, whenever you feel something, just do one thing: feel the roses, blow the candles. So this is
When you smell the roses, actually it affects the limbic system.
Exactly.
The limbic system is our memory system. And so when we work with our memory system, we can calm down quite quickly, because we already have the resources in us. We have the download. Everybody's been downloaded with a beautiful gift, and that is our breath, our aliveness. And we never know where our breath is going to take us. It can take us on a wild journey to India, like me. My breath took me here, and now I'm breathing in India and sharing my breath with you. And I'm so grateful for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you very much. And the second thing is that we have more good than bads.
Yes.
We have more rights than wrongs. So every time we should not forget that we are having more rights than wrongs. So we can heal ourselves, we can take care of ourselves. Whatever situation is that, we can come out of that, and we can think about a better future, better day, better tomorrow.
Yes. The moment that we notice that something is right, we can accentuate that. This is really different than modern medicine. Modern medicine, people are looking for what's wrong. And then the more attention that we put on what's wrong creates more psychosomatic diseases, dis-ease, and uncomfortable feeling in the body. We can nip that in the bud the moment that we're present. That uncomfortable feeling, smell the roses, blow the candle, it starts to already feel supported and released once we witness, we put our loving kindness and our consciousness on that. So smelling the roses and feeling the sensations is another aspect of it. And knowing that those resources are always available to us, no matter what, even if we're facing death.
Thank you again, friends. हम इस समय आपसे इजाजत चाहते हैं. Thank you, Kim, for telling us so many things in this small session, and we will love if you can again come on our channel and share more wisdoms with our participants. फ्रेंड्स, आप हमारे साथ इस तरह से जुड़े रहिए. हर संडे हम आपसे मिलने आते हैं एक नए स्पीकर के साथ, एक नए कुछ नॉलेज के साथ में, नई मोडलिटी के साथ में. ओवर टू यू डॉक्टर रंजन.
Thank you for giving your time and thank you everyone. आप अपना कीमती समय निकाल कर सुनते हैं. You are, अगर ऑडियंस हो तो ही शो करने में मजा आता है. तो आप हर संडे जुड़ते हैं, जुड़ते रहिए. स्पिरिचुअल डॉक्टर्स फॉर होलिस्टिक हेल्थ आपके पास डिफरेंट सेशन लाते रहेगा. हमसे जुड़ने के लिए सेम वे, हर एक संडे सेम टाइम 11 AM, सेम जूम लिंक एंड सेम फेसबुक लिंक. जो नए पार्टिसिपेंट्स हमारे साथ जुड़े हो उनके लिए मैं टेलीग्राम ग्रुप और व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप शेयर कर रहा हूँ. उसको क्लिक करके हमारे साथ जुड़ जाइए और हमारे सोशल मीडिया पे हमें फीडबैक दीजिए कि आपको ये सेशन कैसा लगा. जूम पे जो फीडबैक रहता है वो जूम के साथ चला जाता है. सोशल मीडिया पे फीडबैक देंगे तो वो थोड़ा लंबे समय तक हम उसको एंजॉय कर सकते हैं. थैंक यू फॉर योर टाइम एंड हैव ए mindful day.
Thank you. Have a beautiful, mindful day and catch all the beauty in the day around you with your senses. Sending so much love to you all. See
Thank you, Kim. Thank you very much. Thank you all.